Whoa! It's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. It's Labor Day, which means it's the last day of summer. I always say that there's nothing worse than summer in Southern California, man, and it's held true. So I know some people will trip out like, oh, dude, because it's always summer in Southern California, dude. The best summer in Southern California is like January, dude, when it's like 85 degrees and perfect out. That's what I'm talking about. But the last week was a heat wave, man, and I don't know what happened to me. I think it was that job I had like 2 years ago where I was building that square house on the mountain and we put that roof on during that heat wave. I think it just blew out my thermostat because I didn't used to be so affected by heat, but heat just zaps me and just cradles me into a little like puddle, dude. So the last week was brutal, man. I gotta say, I wasn't functioning, but last night some weird little freak rainstorm came in. It's all cool. The air's all clean. Summer is over, baby. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty fired up about that. I am pretty, like I rode it out, man. I just rode this summer out. I didn't do a whole lot because I was on back recovery, but I've been seeing the guy, dude. Hey, Lon, thank you for donating to the channel on a consistent basis, dude. I really do appreciate that, man. And so I've been seeing the new guy, dude, Dr. Kim, and we're straightening my back out, dude. Like, I got all these exercises I do, and like a lot of the pain's gone away, and I'm making the recovery. So I figure I got another, couple 3 weeks till I can actually go and try to like surf or skate. Like, I could probably do both right now, but I don't want to jam myself up. Like, that's the thing. It's been a long journey. This back thing has been a long journey, man. And but all those of you who were like, oh, go get surgery, dude, like, stoked I didn't, because everybody's just like, it's a short-term fix, man. So I'm getting all these muscles to refire, waking up the muscles in my back and my legs and my butt and my stomach, dude. So like today I feel good. There's no heat. I'm not that, I didn't wake up in like pain. Like the pain was super reduced going through Dr. Missouri, but I kind of hit a plateau. And then, Dr. Kim came on board and I've instantly lost like a lot of the pain. I got a little bit more to go, but I think the fear is starting to go away, and the prospect of getting back in and shredding again is right there. So I'm pretty fired up about it, man. I don't know. That heat wave almost killed my garden, but we made it. We made it. But like you look at it in perspective, right? Like, I had to ride out some heat wave, man. During all last week, all those people down in Houston, man. But I think we've learned a couple of things, right? You need to be prepared. Like, you need to have like food and water and cash like stashed at your house in case anything goes down. Like, I think people think that like being prepared has something to do with like the apocalypse, man. I'm like, dude, if the apocalypse happens, we're goners. But like anywhere you live, some sort of natural disaster could occur, and you're kind of crazy not to have like at least a week's worth of food stashed in your house. And a stack of cash, dude. And some silver. Like, I'm one of those. I got a solid 2 months worth of food stashed here. I got a bunch of, I'm ready. I'm not a panicker, dude. But yeah, I like watch what's going on, like I'm one of those. Don't be someone who needs to be rescued, right? Be a rescuer. That's my theory. But you know, we all need to be rescued sometimes, man. Like I said, I had a tough summer. I mean, just being out of the water on a level and you know, being on daddy duty all summer. Being on daddy duty's been tough, dude. I didn't realize what a radical job it is to be a 24/7 dad, you know. The hologram's stoked, her thing's taken off, man, good for her. And then we're doing homeschooling this year with the mini grams, so that's my next gnarly add some levels to the game, dude. Like, I want to be a homeschooling dad starting on Wednesday too, dude. Like, kind of psyched about it actually, man, on a whole level. Like, the education system just sucks nowadays, dude. Like, so I'm kind of stoked that we're breaking the minigram free of the propaganda machine in the slave factory, dude. That's kind of nice, dude. But it's you know, it's taken on a whole another level of like responsibility. Like, dude, I'm telling you, working 40 hours a week at a job is pretty easy compared to like being like doing this full-time dad duty stuff, dude, is some next level. Because now I just added homeschooling onto it all. So I'm kind of nervous about it actually, but I'm kind of fired up about it too. It's all like, how's the minigram gonna like roll with it? I think she's kind of fired up, man. But so that's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. In the spring's here. We're gonna go do some trips. I think that's one of the cool aspects of like the homeschooling thing, is we're not bound by the school's schedule. Like, they are so uptight nowadays because they want their $45, dude. That's what a kid gets from the state for showing up at the school district. $45 a day. So they're pretty uptight about that stuff, man. So you try to go do something, they're like, you can't. It wasn't that way when I was a kid, dude. You just had to go do a bunch of like extracurricular like work. But that's neither here nor there anymore, dude. We're just getting radical in the dream, man. And I guess I would say to those out there, man, I know a lot of people are out there going through their own struggles, man. It isn't an easy time to be a human. But I think ultimately, if we stay true to ourselves, we can ride through any sort of obstacles in our way. I've been watching a lot of people lately just biting it, man. Like, people I know, people around me, and it's just because they're selfish. I've really noticed that being selfish is when it all goes sideways. I can look at it in my own life. When I'm selfish, dude, that's when like there's trouble around the house, dude, when it's all about me. But as long as I'm being of service and trying to do like carry other people's water, dude, like life's a lot easier, man. So, you know, take a look around you. The people who are really struggling are the ones who are selfish, dude. They may look like they got it all together. They don't, man, because if you're selfish, that means that you're living in fear. That's the one thing I've realized, that selfishness is based upon fear. And abundance means that you aren't selfish because you can give of yourself. So have abundance of self. And that's where I'm at, man. I had to lean in on the world a little bit this summer. Like, I still got some leaning to do to get out of this situation with my back. Like, I'd say that when I started at the beginning of the summer, when I started walking, dude, for those of you who go back and watch the first video where I'm dying, dude, I can rip around now, man. Like, I don't like to, I walk every day. It's like my one thing I gotta do just because it makes me feel good. But it's also like, you don't know what you've got, you're missing till it's gone, dude, right? So like not being able to walk up the hill was a drag. So I'm like getting that, I'm gonna come back. So if I was at 40% when I started walking those hills, man, that first day, dude, I could barely walk to the hill. I'm straight ripping like 91%, dude. I'm like on a 91%, dude. I'm not 100%. I still got some issues, dude, but That last 9% is going to be the toughest, baby. Whoo! But you know, we're gonna jump into it, aren't we, Al? Yeah. Well, that's what I got to tell you. Summer's over, baby. Huh? Best time of year is right around the corner. I love fall. Anyway, hope you're all doing well, man. Don't forget, I haven't been putting the links down below, but the links are going to be down below, and if you really want it, you can drop some money in the account. You can buy some stuff or not. These t-shirts are pretty snazzy, though.